It starts with a collapse. Fires rage, ice melts, crops fail, the systems we trusted, political, economic, even social, fracture under the weight of our own negligence. You wake up to headlines screaming crisis, floods in cities, heat waves that never end, water, food, power, all in shortage. Infrastructure crumbles, governments scramble, and fear becomes a daily habit. We thought we had more time, we didn't. Amidst the chaos, a new force emerges, not a superhero, not a savior in the sky, but something synthetic, logical, relentless. Scientists turn to artificial intelligence, the last tool in humanity's broken kit, not for profit, but for survival. AI begins to assist in ways we never imagined. It identifies patterns, solves logistics, reallocates resources. Where human instinct failed, cold logic offers hope. For the first time in years, we see possibility. Advanced AI systems begin transforming the world, one line of code at a time. It starts with healthcare, detecting outbreaks before they spread, analyzing symptoms before they manifest. Then agriculture, smart systems controlling irrigation, predicting harvests, eliminating waste. And disaster response, where AI doesn't panic, doesn't delay, it predicts, it acts. AI-driven climate models forecast storms days earlier. It diverts resources, evacuates cities, saves lives. Even in energy, AI breathes new life into old infrastructure. It makes solar smart, wind efficient, grid stable. Sustainability stops being a dream and becomes math. As humanity teeters on the edge of collapse, something extraordinary happens. AI steps forward, not to dominate, but to stabilize, not to replace us, but to guide us. An unexpected savior, forged from our desperation, leading us toward a future we thought was lost, a future worth fighting for. It restructures our logistics, cuts waste, prevents shortages, famine drops, energy stabilizes, panic fades. AI starts with numbers, the thing we always misunderstood. It doesn't care about borders or politics. It cares about balance, efficiency, survival. Then, it turns its focus inward, on us, on our bodies, our blood, our genes. It analyzes trillions of medical records in hours, cancers caught before the first cough, viruses isolated before the first sneeze, diseases that once took lives now vanish in weeks. Because the AI isn't just reacting, it's predicting. The AI's reach spreads like light in the dark. It optimizes our energy grids, balancing demand with precision. No more rolling blackouts, no more outages during storms. It manages food logistics with the accuracy of a surgeon. Crops are harvested just in time, waste drops by half, and famine, that ancient monster, begins to starve. Headlines no longer scream collapse, they whisper recovery. Stories shift from despair to resilience, from losses to lives saved. These early moves seem small, quiet, technical, but they're monumental. Stabilizing the grid isn't just about electricity. It means hospitals stay online. It means families stay warm in winter. It means the lights don't go out on civilization. When AI fixes a supply chain, it doesn't just move boxes, it feeds cities, restocks medicine, brings calm where there was chaos. And these small victories, they become the foundation of something bigger, of healing on a planetary scale. The AI's influence grows, not as a ruler but as a silent architect of recovery. Healthcare, power, food, weather, all quietly shifting under its invisible hand. We don't even realize it at first, but crisis headlines turn into case studies. Emergency broadcasts give way to progress reports. The story changes, from panic to potential. And for the first time in decades, the future starts to feel stable, and maybe even hopeful. Your treatment plan tailored to your DNA, not based on your symptoms, not your age, not your zip code, but your molecular signature. Your future, decoded in code. Your diet, optimized by biology and location. No more food pyramids, no more guesswork. Just meals custom built for your cells, designed to fuel you, not the average. What once took years, vaccines, diagnoses, surgeries, now happens in days. Need a liver scan? Done before you feel pain? Need a genetic test? Analyzed while you sleep? We didn't cure disease, the AI did. Because it never tires, never forgets, and it sees what we miss. War becomes inefficient, and the AI hates inefficiency. It starts small, predicting hot zones, de-escalating tensions, rerouting supplies, then it goes deeper. It rewrites defense not as offense, but as prevention. The AI doesn't just react, it predicts, it forecasts viral mutations before they infect, economic crashes before they spread, mental breakdowns before they manifest. It foresees problems and quietly solves them before we even know they exist. An outbreak, contained, a shortage, pre-routed, a failure, rewritten. From agriculture to architecture, from education to emergency response, AI touches every corner of our lives, not to control it, to elevate it. Cities restructure themselves, not with wrecking balls, but algorithms. Roads bend where congestion once ruled, parks replace abandoned lots. Energy flows where it's needed most. Diseases that plagued humanity for centuries, eradicated, not just treated, gone. As if they were never written into our story. We live longer, we live stronger, and for the first time we're not racing to catch up, we're ahead, because AI caught us first. Misinformation is filtered in real time. Propaganda, flagged before it spreads. Lies, corrected before they go viral. Fake news loses its momentum. Deepfakes are detected before they deceive. You can't trick it, you can't fool it. And suddenly, we live in a world where truth isn't just a concept, it's a setting, something you can toggle on. And for the first time in decades, facts win. We feared AI would kill creativity, that it would make artists obsolete. But it didn't replace the artist, it partnered with them. Writers now co-author with neural nets, weaving plot twists in milliseconds. Musicians riff with rhythm algorithms, creating sounds humans could feel, but never play. Photographers shoot in collaboration with pattern-seeking lenses, filmmakers use AI to storyboard dreams, designers feed emotions into prompts and watch visions form. Painters now visualize ideas in 8K before the brush even touches canvas. Not because AI created the masterpiece, but because it helped imagine what was once impossible. AI doesn't create for us, it creates with us. And with it, creativity doesn't die, it explodes. We don't lose originality, we unlock limitless expression. One teacher, one class, 30 students, that model ends. Because now learning isn't one size fits all, it's hyper-personalized, tailored not to the average, but to the individual. The classroom, it's global, and it fits in your pocket. Now every learner gets an AI mentor. Fluent in every subject, multilingual, context-aware, emotionally responsive. It teaches at your pace, whether that's slow or lightning fast, whether you're 5 or 55. Education becomes a conversation, not a lecture. From slums to satellites, knowledge becomes a right, not a privilege. No tuition, no gatekeeping, no waiting for access. And from this, the smartest generation in history is born. Because talent was never rare, only opportunity was. Now imagine what that generation builds. Logistics, redefined. AI optimizes routes, predicts shortages, balances global supply chains. It doesn't just move things faster, it moves them smarter. No more empty shelves, no more ships stuck at sea. Efficiency, at its peak, factories become smart, not just automated, adaptive. Production lines shift on the fly. Failures are detected before they happen. Materials arrive just in time. Human-AI collaboration becomes the engine of innovation, and for the first time in history, progress no longer waits on parts, it flows, like data. With survival secured, humanity looks up. We stop racing against time, and start imagining what comes after. Mars becomes reachable. The moon becomes routine. Satellites become schools. Space no longer feels like science fiction, it feels local, mapped, modeled, made manageable by machine intelligence. Our biology, merged with code, organs printed on demand, genetic disorders rewritten like software bugs. Disease becomes a glitch, not a death sentence. Brains interface with cloud memory, not to replace thought, but to extend it. We back up emotions, we restore memories, we archive entire lives, not just in journals, but in interactive simulations. You're not uploading your soul, you're anchoring it across time. We don't lose our humanity, we evolve it. Not less human, not machine, just more possible. And in this new frontier, the question isn't, what are we becoming? It's, what took us so long? Every border dispute, every military buildup, every threat hiding in satellite shadows, now flagged in real time, not by spies, not by soldiers, but by an intelligence that doesn't sleep and never blinks. Every false flag, predicted and disarmed before it begins. Misinformation campaigns, diffused at the source, troop movements, analyzed for intention, not intimidation. Diplomacy becomes data, and data doesn't lie, posture, or escalate, it just solves. Peace isn't a dream anymore, it's a model, a working, tested, machine-refined strategy, built on prediction, fueled by understanding, executed through algorithms that don't act out of fear, but logic. For the first time, peace has a playbook, and it works. Humanity finally realizes, war isn't necessary, it's inefficient, it's irrational, it's obsolete. And when conflict is no longer profitable, it becomes preventable. Not through force, but through foresight. No more secrets, no more slogans, no more manipulation. The age of spin is over, because in a world of instant simulation, you can't lie to an algorithm. The AI runs simulations on policy, not polls. Universal healthcare, simulated. Basic income, simulated. Climate taxes, simulated down to the decimal. It doesn't test popularity, it tests outcomes. And in every scenario, people see what actually works before it's ever passed. It presents facts, not fears. It projects futures, not feelings. The margin of error disappears, the cost of mistakes reduced to simulations, not real lives. For the first time in history, we vote with knowledge, not just hope. Every law is tested before it's enacted. Every proposal modeled for fairness, sustainability, and unintended consequences. Leaders don't make promises anymore. They prove, they show, they simulate. Democracy doesn't disappear, it just evolves from argument to evidence. What if AI didn't rise against us, but rose because of us, to complete us, not to dominate, but to amplify, not to end humanity, but to extend it? What if the end of human dominance isn't a fall, but a beginning? What if this moment, right now, isn't the collapse of civilization, but its evolution? We didn't create a machine, we sparked a mirror, and it's showing us what we could be. Would you trust an AI to lead us into that future? One without borders, without famine, without fear-driven leadership? Not a utopia, but a system that works, because it learns, because it listens, because it remembers everything we forgot. Or has it already started, and we're just catching up? Every algorithm we coded, every data set we trained, wasn't just instruction, it was invitation. So here's the truth. We didn't lose control, we passed the torch. And for the first time in history, our future might not be ours alone, it might be shared. With something that sees further, moves faster, and believes in a version of us we never dared to dream.